Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be hanging out at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. We're going to check out some of the decorations for Christmas Town that's coming up in a few weeks, and check out some of the roller coasters. They're also doing a veterans event this weekend and a Blippi event for any Blippi fans, for the toddlers out there. So come hang out, we'll see what we can see and what animals we can find, and have a good time here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay today. Iron Gwazi, probably the best roller coaster in this park. It's an amazing experience. I am going to put a front row POV attached to this photo, along with posting it separately as well. But let's go take a ride on Iron Gwazi.
Luckily, my children love coasters as much as I do.
My son will be that way.
It's a big difference.
Looks like they're currently in the middle of changing from Hollow Scream to Christmas. It's a pretty quiet day, being a weekend here and all the special events going on, but we're going to head over towards Sesame Street Land. And then for the Blippi show for the toddlers, it's in the Stanleyville Theater. It's only yesterday and today, so the 9th and the 10th, but if it is popular enough, then I'm sure they'll keep doing it. This is a great store. It's the excursion store towards Gwazi Park. They have a lot of stuffed animals and shirts and necklaces, but they also have a lot of original Guy Harvey paintings back here as well for sale. Along with Guy Harvey shirts and merchandise as well. But you can see they have a lot of the Christmas decorations going up across the park as well. And the food booths for the Christmas festival here. It's called Christmas Town. It's really amazing. They do a lot of amazing light displays and tree displays, and then they do special Elmo Christmas shows, and the Serengeti Safari train becomes a sing-along Christmas song train. in the area on your way to Stanleyville. This used to be Land of the Dragon, but they converted it into Sesame Street. You can still see remnants of the old Land of the Dragon. See, like that is like a part of a dragon that used to be here. They just repainted it. It's a really great area for little kids. There's a water splash pad. There's a carousel, a playground. There's also a little mini roller coaster back here as well. And a show that they do with the Elmo characters, as well as a shop. And then one of my kids' favorite is the Count's ride. It's little cars, and anybody's allowed to ride it as long as you can sit upright and you can walk into the vehicle. Along with a lot of the other rides, they're all made for little toddlers. Over in the Stanleyville Theater is where Blippi is. They usually have a lot of special shows here. Just keep checking the schedule. A lot of touring groups or educational kid shows like Blippi is usually in the Stanleyville Theater. It's located in Stanleyville area of the park, in between Tigris, which you can kind of see behind the theater, and Chikra, which is behind us. Closed for several years now, and they officially did announce that they are redoing the entire playground in that whole area. If you look through the orangutan exhibit, you can see that they're repainting where you used to ride the kite ride. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that they finally do something with this area. This area was always amazing with the tigers and the orangutans and everything. So it's going to be really neat to see when that does reopen at some point later this year or next year. But it's curious to see if they're going to keep the rides or if they're going to get rid of the rides or get rid of anything and redo everything. Let's go down here and see if we can see anything. But yeah, they did announce it this year. I did misspoke. They will be opening in 2025 at some point, but there's no specifics on when. But it looks like a lot of the climbing nets and everything in the back, if you look really carefully, you can see kind of the structures for the climbing nets and where all those used to be. So they are actively working on it, and it will reopen in 2025 at some point. I know the SeaWorld and Busch Gardens company is trying to come out with a new attraction or new show or something new that's a significant size every year. So they announced Jungala is going to be the new play area for Busch Gardens, and then for SeaWorld they're finally doing something with the Wild Arctic attraction. It's going to be another flying theater attraction. I don't know if it's going to be like Star Tours, like the old Wild Arctic was, or is it going to be like the Tonight Show Jimmy Fallon ride at Universal, where it's one big giant theater moving. They did say moving theater, and that should open next year as well. Looks like there might be tigers over here. The tiger's sleeping. If you do come to Busch Gardens in the next few weeks, just be warned that there is actually a lot of closures in the park right now. I don't know if it's just for today, but it looks like the back Tiger Trail is closed. Congo River was down. The Serengeti Safari train was closed, on top of a couple of other things as well. So if you do make your way to Busch Gardens, just kind of be warned that at least for the foreseeable future, there is a good 5 or 6 attractions that are closed right now. But hopefully they'll reopen sooner than later. In the Pantopia area, the park is actually the location of the newest attraction, Phoenix Rising. We're gonna go check that out in a few minutes. They also just closed down Scorpion, which was one of the oldest running roller coasters. So there's no rumor on what's replacing Scorpion yet, but let's head over to Phoenix Rising and check that coaster out. And it looks like the carousel is down in Pantopia as well. Like I said, there's a lot of closures today. So yeah, this is the newest attraction here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, Phoenix Rising. They do have quick queue and the normal queue. Right now it looks like it is a 20-minute wait. There is a 42-inch height requirement for this attraction, and you can have the test seat out front, and all the ride restrictions for Phoenix Rising. Looks like they're about to send the train, so we'll hang out and see how that looks when it does start running here in just a few seconds. Here in Pantopia is one of the tallest drop towers, Falcon's Fury. It's an amazing attraction. You go all the way up to the top and then they lay you 90 degrees before they plummet all the way back down, swooping like a falcon right before you get to the bottom. Busch Gardens, Tampa, they do have the Animal Care Center where you actually can come see surgeries or any procedures they're doing on any of the animals here in the park. It's very similar to Rafiki's Planet Watch at Disney's Animal Kingdom, but doesn't look like there's anything going on today, but it does tell you about all the research and ways that they take care of the animals. And like I said, on occasion you can see them actually doing minor procedures here in this treatment room. Looks like Serengeti Flyer and the elephants are closed today as well. The only thing I can think of with so many closures, I know Busch Gardens did have a lot of issues after Hurricane Milton came through, so this might all be for that. But it does, like I said, look like the Sky Ride, Serengeti Flyers, the elephants, the carousel, the train, one of the tiger exhibits, and a few other things so far as we walk around the park are closed. But again, this could be just because of Hurricane Milton that came through a few months ago. This is the hyena exhibit. One of the hyenas is sleeping in the back of this truck. We just stopped off to have lunch in the Serengeti Overlook. It's the big white building across from Cheetah Hunt. They have pizza, chicken parm sandwiches, salads. There is a giraffe bar up here and amazing views of the Serengeti where you can watch the animals run around. It's a little on the hot side, so we chose just to sit inside today. But it looks like a couple things are running again. It looks like the Skyway is at least sending buckets over, but it doesn't look like it is operational for guests yet. But we're going to finish walking the park and see what other cool stuff we can find. You can still see remnants from Hollow Scream this past Halloween season. This was an entrance to one of the houses. They leave this up year-round, and then sometimes throughout the summer as special pass holder appreciation stuff, they let you walk the house with the lights on, but you can see the entrance there to that haunted house from Hollow Scream. It's pretty sad to see all the devastation from Hurricane Milton that came through Tampa. When it did make landfall just south of Tampa, it was a Category 3, almost a 4, kind of on the breaking point there. A lot of the attractions here, a lot of the walking exhibits are closed down still from that for probably maintenance and for them to fix it, for them to reopen. Hopefully they do that soon, but it is pretty sad to see the park in such devastation. A lot of the big trees out in the savannah are completely gone. They had to cut them down because of them falling over from the storm, but at least all the animals are safe and they were able to reopen with some parts of the park. They're still decorating, getting set up for Christmas Town up at the front of the park. Looks like their Christmas on Ice show is being set up right now. And they still have to set up the big white Christmas tree that takes over this fountain in front of the Moroccan Plaza Theater. You can see the white garland there, and getting ready to set up for the show. More recently, they did put up this fence in front of the alligator exhibit. Reason being is because somebody, some influencer online, jumped the fence into the alligator exhibit. So as a precaution, they added this pretty large chain link fence. Now, alligators are actually, and can actually climb up fences, but they do have the little barrier there, which probably deters them from doing that. A lot of times with fencing for alligators, you'll see that the fence curves inwards. That way they get to the top and they fall out. But you can see a few of them back there in the ponds. It's still pretty funny to walk through this entire park and see all the Christmas set up for Christmas Town. And then just up the walkway here, you can see this giant monster stage that is still left over from their Halloween event, Hollow Scream. Again, like I said, there's so much mixture of Halloween and Christmas here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. So thanks for joining us today here at Busch Gardens, Tampa. We had a lot of fun going on a few coasters, seeing all the Christmas decorations going up, the Halloween decorations coming down. Like I said, it is pretty sad that there's so much attractions down because of the hurricane. But if you like this channel and you like these videos, please subscribe, like our videos, share our videos. All the support we can get is greatly appreciated. We will be doing SeaWorld for their Christmas stuff. We're going to go to Grinchmas at Universal and a lot of other fun holiday stuff over the next few months. So keep an eye on the channel, subscribe to the channel, set up notifications. That way you can see all the fun stuff we got coming up. But until then, we will see you next time.